Hello everyone, we are talking now with Mr. Alex GLIGA, who is in charge with the Managed Services Division at Camusat. We are trying to find now what is the history of this new division and what is bringing new to you, the telecom clients, and also the energy clients. Hello Alex.
Hello. The managed services at Camusat will address actually two main technology domains. One is the power and environment infrastructure on the site level, and the other one is the telco networks, especially the access networks, even if we talk about radio, data or transmission networks. Until now, the main service providers used to address those technologies and those domains in a silos approach, one by one, with dedicated teams for each niche. We tried to change a little bit the approach due to the OPEX and CAPEX reduction challenged by the main customers, and we've tried to address the site as an unified concept of service management. No matter if we talk about the power, local infrastructure, environment systems, or the active telco equipment provisioned on site. And this was in order to tackle the main triggered customers, and those are the mobile operators, the grid networks, defense industry, the carriers, and of course the tower companies. We'll provide those managed services via our own IT tools and also via the vendor tools. For the power infrastructure, we've developed our own tool. It is a suite of applications able to do both the passive information management part and also active management part. It is named eSite, the platform, and is able to do, following the ITL standard, the full life cycle of service management for everything hosted in the site. And for the telco part, we'll use mainly the vendor tools, because from experience in the industry and from the experience of the experts, we've observed that it's not suitable to build the extra layering in tools in order to address all the network elements. And the common point of this delivery will be the Global Network Operations Center, which via its own expertise, skills, tools, processes and premises will facilitate this type of unified delivery for the site level. Again, I will underline that the main customers addressed by managed services are the telco mobile operators, but also the tower companies in emergent economies, and especially in Africa and Central and South America. It is very used that some investors and companies to deploy their own tower co-infrastructure. I mean towers with passive power and environment equipment, and forward they rent this footprint to the mobile operators in order those ones to host their own systems. Camusat brought as an innovation in this industry the concept of managing those multiple customers on the site level as a single customer, actually addressing them one by one, but offering a full service to the owner of the tower, which is the tower company. So in this way, the tower companies will not have to carry any more about the customers, the operators provisioned on in the site premises. They will not have to care anymore about the payment for the energy bill, and also for the active equipment hosted in the site. As a consequence of its long expertise with field operations, deployments, rollouts run over the world, Camusat can now provide both local services with their local teams and also global services via or from the GNOC established in Romania. That's possible both via industry processes and via specialized tools that facilitates that. From the industry experience, we've observed that OPEX and CAPEX became very challenging for customers. No matter if we talk about the mobile operators or grid networks or tower companies. And that's why we tried to take in our responsibility in terms of managed services both remote and local operations for the power infrastructure on the site level, and also the access network, the active equipment provisioned on the site level. And this practically will solve two big issues for the customers. One issue is the OPEX belonging to the energy consumed and energy maintaining, energy infrastructure maintaining, and also active equipment maintaining and provisioning and rolling out and so on. And the second issue is the CapEx. We talk mainly about the project work type. The CapEx that belongs to the same both categories. CapEx in terms of energy infrastructure redeployment, hybrid systems rolling out, reconfiguring the site, but also CapEx in terms of projects for rollout of standard telco network, rollout, deployment, redeployment. You've seen in Africa some countries being very virgin, built from the scratch in terms of infrastructure. They don't go anymore for 2G or 3G infrastructure. They go straight forward for the 4G or 3G and 4G. And then it's so important to address this CapEx part in a unified way together with the OPEX part.
How suitable is this GNOC for the service delivery?
Well, during design and implementation phase, we looked closely to three main ISO standards. One is ISO 27001, in charge with information security. Another one is ISO 22301, which is in charge with business continuity. And the third one is ISO 20000, which is in charge with IT service continuity. Both design, implementation, everything what you see behind and everything what you don't see behind is practically compliant with those three standards, and certifications are ongoing with that. We practically have in the forecast that before middle of December we'll be certified with those three ISO standards, and this is in order to give to our customers. I'm talking about global customers, wherever they are located. This is in order to give them the confidence and the trust that the managed services delivered from GNOC Camusat Romania is on the proper level of information security, business continuity, and of course IT service continuity. All systems in GNOC are fully redundant. The IT systems are duplicated and mirrored in the cloud, and this is in order to give to the GNOC the full flexibility of acting in case of interruptions, no matter where is the interruption, locally or in the customer network. Moreover, the delivery team is fully trained with BCP and also is capable to deliver managed services in different foreign languages.
In the end, what is your message for your clients?
Yeah, I'm not able to pop up a simple message or a single phrase message, but I would just share a few thoughts that could be significant for our customers. First one is the site expert concept. When they think at Camusat, they should think at the site expert entity or provider, due to the reasons I've explained before. The second reason or the second arguing about that is the fact that we are vendor neutral. We have our own R&D team. Our R&D team is in charge of deploying specialized energy solutions, hybrid solutions, even softwares and so on. But we don't deploy, we don't develop telco equipment. So practically will not be pushed by the marketing or by the sales to sell our own telco equipment to the operators. The trend in industry now is that vendors which build and design the equipment for different technology domains used to continue to provide two services, and they tried to convince the customers in getting their products and their services, and then many discussions around this topic. Being vendor neutral will not be obliged at all to sell our own telco equipment, because we don't produce telco equipment, and moreover we can operate any type of telco equipment. That's a big advantage. in terms of power infrastructure, the discussion is completely different. The domain is not so developed worldwide. This type of remote monitoring for sites, which is so developed in the United States, is less developed in Europe and is not at all developed in Africa. In the same time, the OPEX in Africa is very high, and the trend and the ambition of the customers is to decrease this OPEX because the fuel stealing, because the fraud, because the strikes on the site, because the lack of infrastructure in terms of road and communication and so on. And that's how the OPEX becomes very high. Sometimes untouchable by the customers. Sometimes it could be even a business showstopper. And then any type of system, automation, any type of business intelligence or aggregation of those services in a unified concept will bring real OPEX savings. So roughly and shortly and briefly, the customer should think at Camusat as a site expert in terms of local and global delivered activities, and should think also as at Camusat as OPEX and CAPEX significant decreaser, and of course should think at Camusat as a vendor neutral service provider, which has an advantage of unifying the energy part and the telco active part in a single delivery.